You now rocking with, you now rocking with, you now rocking with the best. 5, 4, 3, 2, it's time to meditate, meditate. Flip the script, finna talk to my people. African Americans, Congo, Ghana, Nigeria, Jamaica, Senegal. Listed African flavor, catch me in Mozambique. Dropping hope for the hopeless, God living in me. All my African brothers and sisters in New York ain't doing nothing but holding it down in Delhi. Stay on line, kick and rock, I take care of ya. My African people in Houston yelling Afro. African people in LA yelling Beatz. Got me out here screaming AfroBeatz, AfroBeatz.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to AfroBeatz TV show. Oh my gosh, we have a great show planned just for you today. Of course, I'm at my favorite spot, Aldi's Afrobeatz restaurant. And you guys, we have a special guest today. Chatman will be stopping by and we'll be having a little bit of conversation with him. I'll be digging all up in his business and getting the scoop for you. So you guys go ahead and sit back. Let's go ahead and get this show kicked off with our first video and we'll be right back. All right, you guys, welcome back. And we are at my very favorite part of the show. Of course, that's when I get to go all around the world and interview you, the underground artist. But guess what? I know who it's gonna be this week because he sent in his video. So guess what? We have Chatman today in our artist spotlight. Welcome to the show, Chatman.
Yo, yo, you already know the thing go. We have it covered like insurance policies. You follow me? Boom.
Ah, I love it, I love it. All right, so thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah. It's a pleasure to have you here on the show.
Thank you.
Before we get in, of course.
Thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure.
It means a lot.
Now, before I get into getting all the juicy details about you, why don't you tell our audience just a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm Chatman, sound designer, Afro-Caribbean sound. Yeah. If I had to describe my sound, I would say it would be more like a freshly made pina colada with 2 surprise shots of dark rum.
Okay.
You know, just the sound is a little bit smooth, but it's also hardcore and it's very islandy and exotic.
Yeah. Like a Captain Morgan up in here.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So I was born in St. Martin, raised in Dominica.
Okay.
My father come from Antigua.
Okay.
But my heritage is from Guinea-Bissau, Nigeria, and Ghana.
Okay. Interesting mix. So how many languages do you speak then?
A lot.
Wow.
I speak English, Creole, I speak conversational Spanish, French, and body language.
Oh! Okay, well just keep your hands to yourself over there. Keep your muscles to yourself too.
Ooh, touch me, baby, yeah.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the meat of things. Why don't you tell us, how old were you when you started in the music industry?
I was young enough to be on stage, smart enough to grab the mic. That's where I was at.
Okay. So was there...
It was actually, my interest in music grew from the church choir.
Okay.
Going to church with my grandmother.
Mm-hmm. I have a lot of artists that got their start in church.
Yeah, I was just fascinated by the choir and how sound could evoke emotions within me. Mm-hmm. So once I was like, wait, these people are only singing and I feel a certain type of way. Right. So that kind of drew me to sound.
Okay. Were you a singer in the choir? Did you play an instrument or?
I was part of my school's choir.
Okay, gotcha.
I was in the soprano section.
What? Now that is surprising.
But what happened was, as I progressed into the classes and I went higher in my education, my voice box grew.
We can tell.
I had to switch from soprano to alto.
Okay.
And
That's
that
so
was-
high.
Huh?
What for a male?
No, alto is kind of low,
okay.
still low.
I guess
tone.
I would think
or bass,
tenor.
tenor. I mean, but
okay, I got
that's
you.
where I went after the voice box grew.
Okay.
Because I had this lump on my neck and I was like, what's happening? They was like, oh, it's puberty, blah, blah, blah.
Ah.
And then they explained it was the Adam's apple.
And you're Barry White coming in.
You know what I
Getting
mean?
it.
Yeah. So.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that came in very handy.
So yeah, and then when that happened, I was like, well, no one in the alto or tenor section gets to shine like the sopranos do.
Right.
Especially when you have the school competitions. So we would have this school versus this school, and it was a district thing. Sopranos always get these nice parts and people clapping. I was like,
yeah.
yo, no claps for me. You just in the part where you, you know what I mean? But anyway, I started realizing that there were other artists that were singing in a deeper tone. That's what introduced me to reggae.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
So that's where it all started.
So what age? Okay. So around what age were you when that developed? Like high school, junior high?
What, the Adam's apple or?
I guess you're developing into a reggae kind of artist, or your interest in reggae.
My interest in reggae developed when I was in high school. I was second form. That would make me around 12, 13.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Very, very young.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you first started, I guess at 12, 13, you know, with music, did you have an idea back then that you'd be where you are today? Did you think that this would be a career, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think the first time I went on stage, I remember very vividly. It was the year, I will not tell you because you're gonna judge me about my age, but the reception I got from the students on campus made me realize that I had something special, just as special as the guys that I would admire at the time.
Gotcha.
So from that moment on, I realized that, you know what, I'm gonna develop this. I started off mimicking the likes of Beanie Man, Elephant Man,
Okay.
Skinny Bantan, Shadow Flow, you know, Vibes Cartel, those guys. And we used to close the classroom and charge $1 at the door.
Oh my gosh, he was an entrepreneur.
From a long time ago, you know. If it was not for streaming, I would probably be a billionaire by now. But anyhow, so yeah, so that's where it started, and yeah, I started taking it serious in 2000, and I will not tell you either. But it was some time back, and I decided to turn it into a career.
Okay.
And now we're here.
Love it, love it, love it. So, okay, now, okay, you told us who your musical influences were.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say to maybe some of those young people out there that look at you as an influence? What advice would you give to them about the music industry and...
I would say the best advice I can give is limit the amount of responsibilities you have if you really want to invest in yourself. Spend your time doing things that will develop the craft more than anything else. And put God first. So I guess I should have said that first, but put God first, develop your craft, and limit distractions. That's what I would say. And also study the ones that came before you.
That's very, very important. You're
Yeah.
right. So, you know what? Don't go anywhere. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick break. We're gonna get into a video and we're gonna come back, and then I'm gonna get into your business some more. How about that?
Business. Okay, cool.
All right, you guys.
Cha-ching.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on AfroBeatz. All right, you guys, mark your calendars. I am so excited to be hosting this year's International Fashion Week. So you guys be sure to pull up on August 9th from 3 to 8 p.m. You'll meet me. There'll be fashion, there'll be food, and of course, there's gonna be a whole lot of fun. So don't be the only one to miss out. Be sure to use code Afro_Beatz to get your discount. All right, see you on August 8th. All right, you guys, I want to take just a few moments to talk to all of you artists out there watching the show. Now, if you think you have what it takes to be a star right here on Afrobeatz, guess what? All you have to do is send in your video to cmg1management@gmail.com. We'll be right back. Okay. All right, you guys, I want to take just a few moments to talk to all of you artists out there watching the show. Now, if you think you have what it takes to be a star right here on Afrobeatz, guess what? All you have to do is send in your videos to cmg1management@gmail.com. We'll be right back. All right, you guys, welcome back to Afrobeatz TV show. Of course, we are here with our very special guest and artist of the week, Chatman.
Yo, yo, we're back.
All right, so thank you once again for joining us here on Afrobeatz.
The pleasure is mine, trust me.
Ew, ew.
You know, there's so many other places that we could be, but we choose to be here because it's the best place to be right now.
I love it, I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so you know what? I want to get into some questions. I know you're here to do, I guess, an event here in a couple of weeks. But before we get into that, you know, a little birdie told me that you do some producing, some writing, you know. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so I was tired of getting, you know, jerked around.
Okay.
Can I use those terms here?
You can say whatever you want to say.
I was tired of getting jerked around by producers and
Such
engineers.
foul language.
And in 2019, I quit my job and I decided to go back to music school.
Okay. Nice.
Here in Dallas at Media Tech. Shout out alumni, you don't know.
Hey.
And I made my major recording arts and music business.
Okay.
So I was able to then now translate the sounds that I was hearing in my head into producing. But prior to that, I was paying for beats and, you know, working with different producers.
And then I can
stuff.
imagine maybe you're trying to explain what you want, but it's still not maybe coming
Yeah.
out exactly what you have for.
Because I have an Afro-Caribbean sound in my head that I'm trying to translate.
Okay.
And if you're not of that culture, it kind of makes it a little bit more difficult.
Right. Especially here in the United States, I can imagine.
Right, and I know that we're in a global time, so you know anybody can make anything, but some things feel different when they come from an authentic place.
Right. That's
So
very true.
I wanted to kind of like nurture that gift within me, because I heard it, I just didn't know how to translate it, express it exactly. Right. So once I was able to complete music school and I did production class during my courses, I was able to translate that the way that I want to translate it.
I love it.
I think that being exposed to African culture as well, and going to the continent and researching my DNA and going to the place of my people, all that helps to kind of influence the sound right now.
Right.
For me. So yeah, I would say you know, it's a combination of not being able to live and function without bringing out this creative things. Going to school, yeah, going the school route because I'm not disciplined enough to learn off YouTube.
Right.
I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses, and I need structure for me to learn valuable things sometimes. So I went to school, learned it, and now, you know, we're here.
Yeah.
So all the stuff that you heard of mine, like 99% of it is written by me, produced by me, mixed, mastered by me, administrative, everything, down to video direction in some cases, artwork, lyrics.
So you just take your destiny in your own hands.
Yes, until we're able to now start building a team, and then we can start delegating based on what we've developed as a brand.
Got it.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite part, since you do so much? Is it your favorite part being an artist, performer, producer, engineer?
It's complicated to just say, but the ones that ignite the biggest pieces of magic within me would be going into an empty room with zero idea, an empty canvas, and leaving with a song. And the second part that I enjoy the most is performing that which I created after that magic happens.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So just the whole creative process, it sounds like.
Yeah, well, mostly, yeah, the creative process, but performing it afterwards.
Gotcha.
Performance is where I kind
of
of light up.
Audience reaction, and see their reaction of your baby that you birthed, basically.
Right, but it's more so about bringing them into it.
Into your own little world.
Yeah, bringing them into it, yeah.
All right. And so, as I was saying before, Chatman is here. He's going to be having a special event. Of course, your girl will be hosting.
Shout out to the host.
Yay. So I want you to tell, well, I don't want to, take your shine. So you tell us a little bit about the date, where it's going to be, all of the details, and let's just start there.
Okay, April 25th, 2025, Aldi's Afrobeatz restaurant comes alive with none other than yours truly, Chatman. Special event hosted by
Miss Monica.
Yes, and we're gonna have a 4-piece band. Can't give you too many details, but it's gonna be a live band. It's gonna have a DJ, giveaways, live performance, games. It's me bringing Afro-Caribbean culture into this setting, and just expressing the culture to a wider audience.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so much fun.
And it's happening at an Afro-Caribbean restaurant. So you know what that means, right? Food, drinks, DJ, the whole vibe already set. So just come through.
Yeah, all we need is you.
Yep.
All right, so tell us, what is your inspiration for doing your show? Like, what can we expect?
What can you expect?
From you as an artist.
From me as an artist, well, the stuff that I create has never been created before.
Oh, I thought we were gonna expect some abs or some muscles, or okay.
There'll be some abs on display.
Oh, okay.
But you will have to get there early in order for you to be privileged to see them.
Okay, I'll be here at 5:00 p.m. sharp.
The music that I create has never been created before.
Okay.
I'm proud to say that.
So you have a unique sound.
The sound is a sound that you've never heard. And if you try to explain it, the best way I can put it to you is like if Wyclef Jean meets Prince, and they had a baby with, let's say, Janet Jackson.
Oh wow, a musical genius.
Yeah, pretty much. But the sound is something that you've never heard before. We're doing it with a live band, and most of the musicians are very familiar with Afrobeats.
Okay.
So it's gonna be that authentic Afro-Caribbean sound. It's never been done before. Like
Right.
literally never been done before. There's a lot of artists from the Caribbean that do like soca, dancehall, you know, reggae, but there's never been someone that merged Afrobeats and, you know, our Caribbean sounds together.
Right, right.
So that's why you're coming. That's why you have to be here, and that's why you're gonna cry if you miss it.
Okay, so speaking of performing, what would you say your favorite song is to perform? Which song, when you get on stage, when you sing it, you already know?
Well, make a boom boom tight so. When me slide in and me slide out, wine pa me cocky and wild out. It's called Tight Up.
Okay.
That's one of my favorites to perform.
Okay. So
This
what?
one is for the girls them with the tight up.
Oh, okay, okay. So, what was your inspiration behind that song?
A tight one.
Okay, well, yeah, that's a little X-rated.
Yeah.
But yeah, my parents, just send your kids out the room for a minute. That's you all
Hey,
good.
man.
But no, you're here. You can have fun. You can say whatever it is that's on your mind to say. So.
You know, I'm not really into the sugar coating.
Right.
Yeah, man.
I'm just
Nah.
gonna get straight to the point. How about that?
I mean, then you don't have to figure out who I am because I'm letting you know right then and there.
Right, right. Well, okay. You know, here I'm
But
glad.
that's not all I am. That's just my favorite song to perform. There's other songs. There's a lot of other songs. There's inspirational jams that'll make you feel good when you're having a bad day. There's songs you can ride to. There's songs you can puff to. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you
Yeah.
got something for everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, before we get into your video, I want to play a quick game, really, really quick.
Oh my God.
So, no,
Here we
it's going to
go
be
with the
very,
games.
very easy.
Here we go with the games.
A lot of our guests, anytime they stop by, we got to get you here. It's very simple. It's called This or That. Okay, so it's very, very quick. I'm going to just give you two options.
Okay.
Okay, so for instance, if I say, you know, maybe Gary or Fufu, then you're gonna say
Gary.
Okay.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
okay. So all right, so you already know it's very easy breezy.
Yep.
All right, so now we're gonna start.
Okay.
So, all right, DeVito or Burna Boy?
Afrobeats on a whole. That's my answer.
No, is it called this or that? You have to pick one.
I have to pick
You
one.
have to pick one, sir.
In that case, I'm gonna choose Chatman.
Okay. Okay. He don't know the rules. He
You
don't understand the rules.
you trying to get my head blown off with this topic?
Okay. All right.
I thought you liked me.
I do, but you still
That's a deaf question.
Here on AfroBeatz TV show, there are no wrong answers.
Okay, so the answer is Chatman.
Okay, all right. Well, I guess we'll add a this or that or that.
Right.
All right. So next question: Ira Star or Tyler?
I have to go with.
Because I asked a hard question.
I have to go
here.
with Yemi Olade with that one there.
Oh, you know what? He don't know how to stay on court. I'm not going nowhere with him because he don't stay on the map.
Nah, no, okay. If I have to choose between these two, I would say Ira. I know, you know, Tyler is amazing as well, but I would choose Ira Star.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so blunts or joints?
Joints, definitely. Raw papers all day, baby.
Okay,
Raw
I
game.
did not see that coming. All right, jollof rice or fried rice?
Actually, jollof rice, without a doubt.
Okay.
There is, I mean,
I
is
love
there
me
even
some
a
jollof rice too, y'all?
is there even a comparison
No,
between
not
jollof
really.
and fried rice?
Fried rice it's good. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean jollof rice.
Fried rice is cool, but jollof.
every time, baby.
Yeah, fried rice, you have to come better than that.
All right, so final question. Do you like to be booed up or do you like to be breaking backs?
I like to be breaking backs while booed up.
Oh,
how about that?
Okay.
How about
the 3 B's. Breaking backs while booed up.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to have to get some of the bands, like what would Jesus do? BB would BB.
BBL.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. See, you know what? You are terrible. All right, yeah. So I know next time that this guy is going to be trouble, so I will definitely be ready. All right, so now that we've played this or that, I want to get into your video. Why don't you tell our viewers which video you brought for us today?
Massive and crew, you already know the tingo. We have it covered like insurance policies. This is Chatman and Monica. You're looking at the AfroBeatz podcast. And the video you're about to watch is called Magnetic, featuring the Headies nominated Magneto out of Nigeria. Magnetic, Chatman featuring Magneto. Enjoy it. You don't know.
Attract to me. Naturally, no forcing it. Come wine in front of me. Stimulate me mental.
All right, you guys, welcome back. We are with my boy Chatman, and I hope you enjoyed that video. Again, tell us the name of the video and your feature artist.
Chatman featuring Magneto. Now, Magneto is a Headies nominated artist out of Nigeria. All right, this is serious.
Okay.
Chatman featuring Magneto. The song is called Magnetic on all streaming platforms. I'm talking about Apple, Tidal, YouTube, Vivo, Amazon, Boomplay. I mean, everywhere. Xsite.com as well.
So how did that collaboration come about?
I mean, I'll have to give it up to my management team, Mr. Uche Dominic.
Okay.
He's the one that suggested that we should do the collabo. And, you know, I'm trying to be more of a team player. So when my team brings something to the table, we execute on it. We look at the results. If it works, we keep doing it. If it doesn't, we pivot. That song works.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
I'm really, really digging it. I love it. It is in my playlist. So,
thank you for that.
Of course,
Thank
of
you
course.
for that. Thank you for that.
My pleasure, my pleasure. So, Chatman, I want to thank you once again for stopping by today. Before you go, once again, look right there in that camera to all of our viewers. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Uche, record this part. Record this part.
So I want you to look right there in that camera. Tell all of our followers how they can find you, how they can listen to your music, all of those juicy
Monica,
details.
before we do that, can I say something?
What?
2 days ago, myself and another artist from Nigeria, we dropped one of the most amazing songs released in 2025.
I didn't know you had new music.
It is called Bad.
Okay.
B-A-D.
Okay.
Floaty, featuring yours truly, Chatman.
I can't wait.
You can get it on all streaming platforms right now.
Love it.
B-A-D. Floaty, featuring Chatman.
Okay.
Bad. I'm a piano mixed up with the island vibe. It's something that you can
vibe to.
You know, vibe, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, you can vibe to it. All the girls them welcome. All the guys them pop your champagne. It's a very, very, very banging track, and everybody's loving it so far. So I would love for you to also add it to your playlist.
Absolutely, I cannot wait to hear it. All right, and then once again, I want you to let everybody know where they can find you, where they can hear your music. Tell us once again about your event, come in the date, where they can come and see you, all of those good juicy details.
Yo, yo, you already know the tingo. We have it covered like insurance policies. You follow me? This is Chatman. April 25th, right here at Aldi's restaurant. We're gonna have the Chatman experience. Starts at 8 till 10. Then there's the after party and the after party to the after party. Yeah? No, to catch me, all you have to do is go on my website, chatman.com, or if you're more like an IG type of person, I am Chatman. IAMCHANTMAN. CHANTMAN. Chatman. I am Chatman on all social media platforms. Yeah? And then if you're having a hard time finding me because you probably have problems reading,
Take off your glasses.
and stuff like that, just come back to the AfroBeatz podcast and ask Monica where you can find me.
Hey.
Yeah? What do you think?
Yeah, I'll always know where to find him.
Yo, so you don't know, much love from Chatman, Revcom Media, Pantera Republic. You don't know the thing, but we have it covered like insurance policies. You follow me? Boom. We out.
All right, you guys, I don't know what to say. Of course, I don't want to say goodbye, but unfortunately, my time with you has come to an end. I've had such a great time hanging out with you, but before I get out of here, of course, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. You guys show up and you show out every single Saturday and you support me. I really, really thank you so much. Mwah. Also, a great big shout out to DJ Ibu, the owner of this wonderful establishment. Thank you so much for allowing us to come in here every week and party with all of you. Of course, how can I say goodbye and get out of here without saying thank you to the Artist of the Week, Chatman. We appreciate you letting us get all up in your business. And of course, we will see you at his performance on August 29th, Friday. You guys, it's gonna be a great time. We will see you again for that. Now, of course, before I get out of here, you guys know where to find me. You already know. That's my home on YouTube. AfroBeatz TV show. Of course, while you're there, make sure that you like, you subscribe, you share, you comment, and all of that stuff. Now, you guys, I will see you next week. And you know what? I can't wait. We'll see you next Saturday. Bye-bye.